Hello everybody, welcome to another haul video here on the channel, this one being for spring of 2026. So of course, all the cool stuff I got in the month of April, May, and June. Otaku Vampire's Love Bite Volume 7. This one is chugging right along. I'm a big fan of this series. I think it's great. It's wholesome, sweet, with a little spookiness thrown in between because of course we're talking about supernatural creatures. I love me a good vampire story, and to mishmash this with rom-com tropes is always great. So if you're looking for a new shoujo beat title to add to your shelf, then maybe consider getting Otaku Vampire's Love Bite. Firefly Wedding Volume 6. Now this one ended recently in Japan, so we are almost there. I believe it's 12 volumes total. I could be way off. Correct me in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it. This one's a little not safe for work, but it's pretty interesting nonetheless. We got Virgin Knight, I Became the Frontier Lord in a World Ruled by Women, Volume 2. I thought Volume 1 was pretty interesting, so I'm giving this second volume a shot to see if I actually want to continue this series or not. Mysterious Disappearances Volume 8. This is also one of my favorite ongoing series. I'm a big fan of this mystery thriller and the way it just combines folklore and urban legends with detective drama. The Dangers in My Heart, Volume 12. Now, I believe I have not read Volume 11. I may be mistaken. Everything's a blur these days, but this is still one of my favorite rom-coms. I reviewed most of the manga volumes, and I'm gonna link the video at the end of this one so you can check it out. Reincarnation Coliseum Volume 3. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. There is a pattern here. There are some spicy, interesting books sprinkled throughout the haul video, but this one's actually pretty fun if you look past the fan service. I'll say that much. Tales of the 100 Monsters Next Door Volume 2. This one's a great reinterpretation of what it means to do a yokai manga for the 21st century crowd. Do recommend checking this one out. Virgin Venture Volume 2. I genuinely liked Volume 1. It is very sweet and endearing, and yeah, there are some spicy elements thrown in there that are not safe for work, but the core story of these two characters, these bumbling, lovable fools falling in love, is genuinely pretty sweet, so I wanted to give Volume 2 a shot to see where the story's headed. Okay, Imaisumi Brings All the Gals to His House, Volume 5. Oh, right, I'm not beating the allegations, am I? Volume 5 of this is, this one's actually good. The original source material, well, it is what it is, but this Safe for Work version, I think, is pretty neat, and having this character befriend all these lovely ladies in this book. Speaking of befriending, we got The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really Love You, Volume 17. We are a little behind compared to the Japanese releases, but I'm interested to see all the 100 girlfriends. That's quite an ambitious goal, not just for the plot, but for the actual manga in and of itself. I wonder how long the series will last. Something a little bit different, Kemono Jihen Volume 20. I'm a little behind on my reading with this one, but it's super fun. I love the action-adventure aspects, combining yokai and folklore with battle shonen and all that fun stuff. Succubus and Hitman Volume 10. This is one of my guilty pleasures. It's a B-movie come to life. It is not safe for work, so do watch out, but man, it kicks ass when it knows what it's doing. Sumiki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life, Volume 5. This one continues to excel. It is super sweet, fun. It doesn't take itself serious, playing with the rom-com tropes, along with adding the flair of the supernatural with the different monster creatures and all that stuff. So I really do enjoy this series. Magi Lumiere Magical Girls Inc. Volume 12. I believe Volume 18 was the last one, so we are on our way to wrapping this one up. I'm very excited. This one's a great magical girl action series with a season 2 coming up, if I remember correctly. We have a bunch of Pokemon manga. We have Sun and Moon Volume 5, Sword and Shield Volumes 5 and 6, and Pokemon Adventures 1, 2, and 3. I have all of the Pokemon Adventure stuff. However, I didn't collect the Adventures Collector's Editions until Volume 6 before I just had the box sets. So I kind of wanted to double dip and get the Collector's Editions of 1 through 5 so they match with the rest of the set. So you will see 4 and 5 in a little bit. But yeah, really excited to have all of Pokemon Adventures in my collection. We got Yaiba Omnibus Volume 4, one of my favorite action samurai series. I can't express the excitement I get when I read a chapter of Yaiba. It is earnest, it's silly, it's fun, it's action-packed, and it just has a good time. If you are a fan of shonen manga and you like samurai and ninja action thrown in with the mysticism and folklore and all that stuff, I think you'll love the contrast of Yaiba with that magical stuff and the modern world, quote unquote. Here we have Red River Omnibus Volume 7. This one collects volumes 19, 20, and 21. So we are almost there to the finale. Pretty excited about that. And I'm also excited about the anime adaptation that's coming up. That looks pretty interesting. So I hope it does really well. Something a little bit different. It does have some manga chapters sprinkled throughout, but this is the definitive yokai field guide by the GOAT, Shigeru Mizuki. This one is essentially a compilation of the yokai encyclopedia info that Shigeru Mizuki did, but done in the IRL perspective of someone going to Japan and seeking out these yokai creatures. And this book sort of gives you the textbook knowledge on who they are, what they do, how to deal with them, their anatomy and all that stuff, which is just fantastic. Shigeru Mizuki being one of my favorite comic creators of all time. I am a huge fan of yokai lore, so I had to have this. Kudos to Drawn and Quarterly for putting out more Mizuki work. I cannot wait to... I hope we do get more of the encyclopedias, because there is a bunch of material out there that Mizuki did outside of Gegege no Kitaro and the war dramas and all that stuff, along with other yokai manga. So fingers crossed, Drawn and Quarterly wants to put that out as well. Thank you, please. I would like that very much. From yokai to space cats, here is Me and the Alien Moo Volume 2 from Kodama. I recently did a first impressions on these two volumes, Volume 1 and Volume 2, I should say. There's a very special guest in there that collaborated with me. I really enjoyed making that one, sort of a return to form on YouTube, because I had been on a creative slump, a burnout, if you will. So that was a lot of fun. Super Ball Girls Volume 3. I was surprised to learn that Volume 7 is the last one. It ended earlier this year, so we only have 4 more books. I'm very interested to see how the story develops. This one is pretty great. It might look sleazy and not safe for work-ish, but if you like body horror, I think you shouldn't skip this one. But hold on to that, because actually I do need to read how it ends, but just on a first impressions basis, I thought volumes 1 and 2 were pretty great. Suzanne and Comet Girl. This is a full-colored omnibus edition. It has everything in one. The entirety of the manga is colored, which looks fantastic. That was one of the main appeals of me wanting to get this thing. Not to mention the sort of 70s retro space adventure inspired vibes. I'm a sucker for that. Unfortunately, trying to relax the spine, I ended up bending it way too far, and now there's a giant crease down the middle, but it is what it is. I'm happy either way to have this in my collection. It's very rare to get a full colored manga and one with themes that you're interested in. Mushishi hardcover volume 2. Every time we get one of these, it's a treat. I am so happy. I still can't believe it that we get Mushishi, so thank you, Kodansha. Hell yeah. From Dark Horse, here we have Lone Wolf and Cub Deluxe Edition hardcover volume 2. The presentation on this thing is just chef's kiss. To think I skipped it at first, but then I FOMO'd myself into getting it. So I grabbed volume 1, and now I guess I'm in for the long haul. So looking forward to volume 3 of this classic samurai story. Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai, Volume 6, or Collector's Edition, Special Edition, one of the many editions. I was so sad when Volume 5 dropped and we never got another release, and then we learned, or I guess we ignored the part where Viz had stated that they had only licensed the first 5 volumes, the first arc of Dai. My bad, but hey, we asked and here we are with Volume 6. They announced that they're going to continue Dai. I'm so happy. This is one of my favorite shonen manga, so thank you, Viz, for continuing a great series. Here's Pokemon Adventures Collector's Edition, Volume 4 and 5. So with that, I have those 10 volumes. Really happy about that. Also, pretty funny that they announced a deluxe edition hardcover for Red and Blue, which is a weird release. So I'll stick with these because I think that's a one-off. I don't think that's going to be a series that people are going to collect or anything. Another omnibus release, we have Colette Decides to Die, Volume 7. We are on our way to the finale. Looking forward to checking that out. So far, this one has been pretty great. I also did a first impressions on Volume 1 if you want to check it out. I'd appreciate it. More Omnis, we have Hunter x Hunter Omnibus Volume 6, or the 3-in-1s. This one has Volume 16, 17, and 18. I've commented in the past of my story with Hunter x Hunter. I'm from the anime world of Hunter x Hunter and had not read the manga, so this is the first time that I'm collecting and reading it, and I'm a big fan of the 3-in-1s, so naturally I was going to pick this up. One of my favorite isekai at the moment is Yakuza Reincarnation. Also, silly me, I did not know. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. When I saw Me and the Alien Mumu, I thought, man, this art looks familiar. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, Yakuza Reincarnation. This was pretty great. All right, the not safe for work selections continue. This is Let's Make a Harem in a Zombie World. This is one of those books where it's so stupid that I have to check it out. Something about this, the fact that it was from the guy that did Witches Anatomus, or however that series is called. I don't know. I thought, yeah, you know what? I'll check it out. Volume 1 was hilariously stupid, so I wanted to keep the train rolling, and I got Volume 2. So we'll see what happens in this one. But this is extremely not safe for work. All right, don't pick it up. Save yourself the time. We have the final volume here of Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero, Volume 11. I promised a long time ago that I would do a deep dive video on this. I think I did a first impressions on Volume 1. So now we have Volume 11. I'm going to read through the whole thing again and make a video essay on this because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. From Kodansha, we have Ashita no Joe Fighting for Tomorrow, Volume 5. These hardcovers have been amazing. This volume in particular has some highlights in the series. Just great dramatic storytelling all throughout. An iconic series. I can't wait. We are almost down to the wire with the final hardcovers here on this series. Volume 8 will be the last one. Wave Listen to Me Volume 11. I completely forgot about this series. It's still ongoing. Samura has not finished this series, but I completely forgot. And this one's special because it's a radio manga, or the characters work in radio, and that's what I do as well. So it's pretty cool to have a fictional story set in the same field of work that you do, right? One of my favorite modern yokai manga, Inspector Volume 21. Always a good haul video when I haul some Inspector. It is a really wordy series. Sometimes it goes more into the detective aspect of the murder mystery, but there's always supernatural hints with yokai sprinkled throughout that makes it a very engaging read for me. That might not appeal to everybody, but I do think it is to be ranked on the best yokai manga out there, in my honest opinion. Definitely a top 10 for me. From Kana, we have Cat's Eye Volume 3. Volume 3 of City Hunters missing from this one, but you'll see it later in another haul video. But nonetheless, here we have Cat's Eye, which I'll be honest is my favorite of the two. I really enjoy the ladies here with their thievery and all that fun stuff. from Titan, we have Sanda Volume 3. I'm really excited for this. Volume 3 was delayed quite a bit, but nonetheless, here it is, looking fantastic. I had to skip the anime because I didn't want it to spoil the manga. So I'm looking forward to jumping back into this universe. I love that I have an almost complete Paru Itagaki collection. She's one of my favorite creators, and now that Viz is doing Taika's Reason along with Witching Hour, all we would need are the one-shots to have sort of this short story collection of Itagaki's work or something like that. Interspecies Reviewers, Volume 11. That's right, baby. I am a big fan of this series. I don't care. I am a fan of the whole monster girl thing, just as long as it isn't too creepy. But just the idea, the nature of it, hell yeah, it's fun. It's silly. It's goofy. It's a little spicy at times, especially with this one. So I'm happy to add another Interspecies volume to the collection. Speaking of Monster Girls, I did a review on this if you want to check it out. You Can't Escape from Mizudako-chan Volume 1. This was one of my most anticipated releases of 2026. I'm really happy about it, and I can't wait to continue this series. Mizudako-chan is a fantastic character, and I hope this gets made into an anime. I think it would do really, really well. One of the latest Shoujo Beat releases from Viz, we got Magical Girl Dandelion. I love the art and I love the story, how dark it is, but also retaining that love for the magical girl genre. So definitely do check it out if you have an opportunity. I will be talking on a separate video about Magical Girl Dandelion, so look forward to that. And we close out this video with Billy Bat, Volume 1 from Kana. Maybe I should have led with that one, but saving the best for last, right? A new series for us, at least, from Naoki Urasawa. Billy Bat finally happening out in the West in English. That is monumental. And it's crazy that Kana, of all people, ended up grabbing this series. So I'm very much looking forward to getting the rest of the 19 volumes to complete this 20-book set for Billy Bat. So there it is, folks. The Spring Manga Haul 2026 comes to a close. Thank you all so very much for checking this one out. Hit the like button, comment down below, share the video. Let me know what you picked up in the past 3 months. I'm very interested to find out. If you want me to review a specific book from the list here, let me know as well. You can follow me on your favorite social media platform, or you can join my Discord. The link is in the description below. You can also become a channel member. That helps out as well. That is going to be it for now. Thank you everybody for joining. See you in 3 months for another haul video. God bless, stay safe out there. I'll catch you on the next one.